Now, next, I mean, in a sense, he's the second most important character in the book. And this is the detective. This is Porphyry. Incidentally, just a little quick PS. Let me just go back to Razumikin. Well, no, I won't go back. I'll just say Razumikin has two other names, and they sound very much like Porphyry. So you may get a section of the book where you're hearing this. Text just writes the word Porphyrovich, and you'll think it's the detective. It isn't. It's Razumikin. So be careful about that. Watch for that. So here comes the detective. And he's the head of the investigation department. Of course, he's investigating the murder. There's a murder. He has to investigate. He has to find out. He will have a series of fascinating dialogues with Raskolnikov. So this, in a sense, is the greatest part of the book. And I don't really mean that. I mean, but in a way, it's the greatest part of the book because you're going to have all the debate back and forth between Raskolnikov, his, on the surface, lies, his truth inside, the detective knowing the truth. He has no proof, but he's sure this is the murderer. And so you have this brilliant dialogue that just drags you in more and more and more. Now, Joseph Frank said that this is really the heart of the book, because what it is a pursuit of the mystery as to why Raskolnikov did this. So that's the mystery of the book. What he says, but what really happened. Did he? This philosophical presentation of motivation is one thing. What he really did was maybe something else. So that you get a mystery in the hands of the detective and the person talking with him about it. If you could make a graph from 1900 to 2000, you are exactly correct in describing the greater and greater distance away from the 19th century third-person anonymous narrator. Yes, you are going. All the great novelists of the 19th century will use that technique. You can start in the beginning with Stendhal. You can go all the way to the end, say Tolstoy. Not quite the end, but late. And they're all using the same approach, meaning for them, their story should be rooted in a description of the real world. Their characters will be living in the real world. Their characters will be understandable to you because you know what the real world is like. That's exactly right. Yeah, a very good comparison to Kafka, The Trial, because this is correct that you're leaving in a sense, now he's actually using a kind of third-person narrator, but it's true that as you go deeper and deeper into it, it feels more like a puzzle or a maze than a actual realistic description. So that's a pretty good example.